Okay, hey everyone, Andrew again. And I'm playing Smash It, but... yeah, if you've already seen, I'm on PC. Yeah. Okay, so using this thing called BlueStacks, you can play mobile games on PC, and that's what I'm doing with Smash It here. Okay, so we're just gonna see how far we can get through Smash It when I'm playing on a computer. Okay, let's try. Okay. Tap to throw balls. More like click. Yeah. Usually I throw multiple balls at once. And like, I use that by putting multiple fingers on my screen. So I'm definitely not going to be able to do that. Using multi-ball, I should still be able to. Okay, this is already harder than what I'm used to. I usually play on an iPad. Being able to tap multiple times in extremely quick succession is good. I mean, like, doing 2 fingers at once or more. Really come to my advantage here. I am doing decent though. Okay, so far this is the exact same Smash It. Yeah, I forgot. The first time you're supposed to use a power-up, it just does that arrow, which is so annoying. You know, like, the arrow doesn't, like, hide itself until you actually click it. Okay. I wouldn't really expect myself to do really good like I usually do, because I only have one cursor, you know? Although, if any of you know that there's like something I can use to have multiple mice connected to my computer, so I can have multiple cursors, so I can click twice at the same time or something, like, just put it in the comments. See if you can make this easier for me. Okay, no. This one shouldn't hurt me, but this one will. I just won't waste any balls, just trying to get that one. Ah, nice. Okay, none of these are gonna hit me, so... come on. Okay. Oh, that is so satisfying. I just get the bottom, then I get the top, and then it just falls. Okay. I was thinking there might be like a PC version of Smash It, but for now BlueStacks is all that works for me. If you want to get BlueStacks so you can do this, then the link is in the description. I hate the arrows. I use them in Checkpoint too, because like, the panels are like just jerk, and they're so annoying. I usually crash at those. Oh yeah, those. Oh yeah, when you hit them at the same time it comes up, then all the pieces just fly up. Okay, does anyone know how that piece of glass just stayed there? I mean, like, even the most realistic game has bugs, I guess. There's something wrong with the defined things in the game. The multi-ball I used took out a third of that panel. Not any of the parts that would crash into me, but still useful. There's only so many of these types of rounds that only have crystals, so you can just replenish your balls. There's 2 in checkpoint 2, and there's only 1 in checkpoint 5, and that's it. I mean, I think the first level on the checkpoint 0, the first checkpoint, might be one, but like, it has that one obstacle at the end, so I don't think it would count. Yeah. When you just throw your ball in the right place, the shattered glass just goes everywhere. But like, if you were playing a level which normally has obstacles, but then by sheer luck, the random combination only has you do segments with only crystals, then would it technically count as one of those rooms which only gives you crystals? I mean, maybe in that instance. Oh wow, that was... Okay. Now, what's annoying is that you can only have 4 power-ups at a time. If you have 4 power-ups, but then you get another one, then the last one on your list will suddenly, just pop out of your inventory. You won't be able to use it. Something I find really annoying with power-ups. In Smash It VR, you won't have to do that, because any power-up you just automatically activate. It just activates when you collect it. Okay. Checkpoint 3, let's go. Okay. Might do a Smash Hit Mayhem mode on PC later. 5 crystal, let's go. I hate this level because of those. Even though you destroy them, because of the ropes, they might just swing back and then crash you from, and then hit you from behind. Oh my! Yeah. Yeah. Without multi-ball, I'm actually kind of bad. Okay, so I apparently just went through some of the shattered glass, which didn't count as a crash. Okay, the rotating one. Alright, another multi-ball. Sometimes on rotating ones, your aim just goes way off because of the physics. Physics are just sort of messed up in rotating ones. Don't get me started on Checkpoint 10 Zone 2. I'm not looking forward to that one. At least on PC. Those arrows for the lasers are always there, no matter how many times you've played this. Even though they only appear on this level, they still appear in the first, like, 10 lasers or something, no matter how many you've smashed. I like how the first checkpoint of this game, checkpoint 0, I guess, sort of acts like the tutorial of the game. But what's annoying is that it always does that. Like, you know exactly what to do, even if you've had years of playing this game. I wouldn't say decades, because Smash It hasn't even been around for a decade. Oh crap, I forgot about that automatic power-up deletion. That last multi-ball I had in my power-up section just got deleted after I collected the time slow one. Most annoying thing ever. Okay. In older versions of Smash, there used to be crystals in places like there and there. Not to mention it had different music. At one point in development, it had the same music as Checkpoint 1, Zone 1. There aren't any power-ups in this level or the next one, which means I don't have to worry about the power deletion, but I also have to worry about running out of power-ups. I wish there wasn't a limit. I hate this one. No, I missed one! If you just throw at the right interval, then you can get them. When you miss a crystal, all your progress on getting to the quintuple ball just gets erased. Come on, okay, I didn't miss one. No, I missed one. This level may be hard enough on mobile, even when you can do multiple fingers at once, but on PC, I guess, it's just really more annoying. Okay, at least this one now is the fireball. If you know how to countermand the obstacles easily, then some levels will just be really easy. Like, you won't need to use as much balls as you think. This one, that one, the minimum is 2. This one, the minimum is only 1. Because then it'll just swing to the side. Okay. Okay, just one more crystal, I'll have triple ball. Assuming I don't miss any crystals, or crash, because crashing also resets your progress on multi-ball. I wish that for things like the fireball power-up and the multi-ball power-up, you would still have your multi-ball progress when the power-up is activated. That would make it a little too OP though, I guess. In the comments, let me know if there's any power-up that does that. If there's a spam ball power-up in the next level, I'll get that. I just needed to use the time power-up so I wouldn't lose any. I mean, I guess I can just decide to not collect a power-up, but sometimes I just have this urge to. Quadruple ball, let's go. Smash It VR, this zone is a lot of 10 ball crystals, which makes this room the first one to have those in Smash It VR. Checkpoint 6. The last zones of checkpoint 9 and 11 are like unique, I guess, because they're the only ones with a different song at their second half. Like if you've ever noticed that, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, this is why I save up power-ups, or at least one of the reasons why. For this level, because the slanted rope ones are just so annoying. Do you hate it when you throw a ball and it hits an obstacle, but then you throw another ball to get a crystal, but then the ball you threw to get an obstacle bounces off something and hits the ball you were going for the crystal, then it like knocks it out of the way and you don't get the crystal. Then you only have a fraction of a second to like have another attempt to get the crystal, otherwise your multi-ball progress gets lost. Let's go on to checkpoint 7. Sorry about the audio. Just got a new screen recorder. This level's pretty easy. Looks like the combination I got had no launchers. Okay, got another power-up. Checkpoint 8 Zone 2 has so many annoying obstacles, but at least it does have lots of power-ups to countermand that. I mean, not lots, but it does have, actually, it does have a maximum of 2 multi-spam ball power-ups. Only 1 in each half. Okay, they're the launchers. Okay, first 10 crystal. Let's go. Launch. Launch. Okay, that one got blocked. How did I crash? That's gonna make checkpoint 8 so much more annoying. Get it? Sometimes a tiny glass shard just comes at you and crashes you. Those hexagons can be so annoying. Especially the big one, because sometimes it can just swing up from behind and hit you. Then you lose your multi-ball progress as well as 10 balls. Here I go. Usually I'd have a lot more balls at this point. ever notice that in Smash It VR, you don't have any time slow power-ups until you get to Checkpoint Infinity? Mass destruction. I hate this one. I mean, not hate it, I guess the music is good. But those... It turns out they're actually called paintings. Oh yeah. That is so satisfying. I showed that off in one of my videos from a very long time ago. Sometimes the cubes can be so annoying. You know, years ago, before my channel, I used to play Smash It all the time, and I was never able to even get past Checkpoint 7. Once I got to Checkpoint 7, it was such a big achievement, but like, I just could not get past it. And then, I thought there was only, when I looked, like, you know, like before you get to a room for the first time, it like just closes it off on the main screen. It just closes it off with some sort of wall or something, so you can't actually see it. I used to think there were only 12 checkpoints, and like then you just end the game. Cause like that's what it looked like to me. You hit that in just the right spot, you can knock the metal thing off its hinges entirely and just have it fall down in different directions because of the weird gravity, because the zone is spinning. I think you can only knock it off its hinges if you destroy both of the panes. It's like, from experience, I think that's the only way. Yeah, you just need to destroy the first one, then you destroy the second one, and if you do it at the right angle, then you take out the metal thing at the center with it. Okay. This one isn't that hard. Before Checkpoint 10 and 11 were introduced, this was actually the last zone before the Checkpoint Infinity, which is why there's this spiral at the end of the level. Before Checkpoint 11 was the last one before Checkpoint Infinity, the spiral came a little bit before, and then you'd go through a not very decorated tunnel where it would say now entering endless mode, and then you go into Checkpoint Infinity. And before that, Checkpoint 7 was the last one before Checkpoint Infinity. And I'm not sure it was even Checkpoint 7 at the time. I think it was Checkpoint 5. Yeah. Before 11 was the last one before endless mode. You'd go through the spiral, then into a tunnel, which would put you into endless mode. Okay, this one is the first one with no gravity, which means that if it weren't for those obstacles, the transformal crystals, I used to call them. When you get too close to them, they change into 5 crystals. When you get even closer, they change into 3 crystals. Which means the closer you get, the less balls you'll get for smashing it. Fortunately, I've gotten pretty good at smashing them from a distance, sometimes even accidentally. Yeah, sometimes it depends on the obstacle. I just... Oh crap, not this one, I hate it. At least, on PC I will. Okay, here I go. Oh, I got all of them, nice. I was worried about that one segment. Then I completely forgot about that time slow power-up that's provided at the beginning. I like it when objects are just floating around, but then when gravity turns back on, they just fall. Speaking of which, in Smash It VR, once you go into a different room, the room behind you deletes itself. Sort of, but all like the glass shards and stuff, and every ball thrown in it stays there. Then you can just look behind when you go to a new level and just see it all fall to the ground. I thought I would be doing a lot worse, but I'm doing pretty good actually. Although, under normal circumstances, I would be having a lot more balls right now. But sometimes those things hurl themselves at me. I mean, like, they always hurl themselves at me, but sometimes my timing gets messed up. Yeah. When it suddenly just stops falling because gravity gets turned off. This room is the only room that's 3 times longer than the usual length. And it has a different song in its third, I guess? Yeah, 2/3 is just one song, then the third, but then the last third just changes to a different theme, I guess, sort of. I don't know. You notice, like, in later levels, there's, like, this sort of pattern on the, terrain. Like, the blocks that all the crystals and obstacles are mounted on. Like, they have a different small decoration. If you look at it closely, then you'll be able to identify it. Some are hard to point out, others are easy. Because of no gravity, I'm good at sniping crystals in this area. Boom. Ah, got it. Wait, let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, I remember I did a video on this a while ago. How it just keeps going on because gravity isn't there. I like how they just slowly come out, except for this segment where they just throw themselves at you. But if this segment is the first one you enter the zone, then, like, the first one falls because the gravity is still on before it turns off. It spawns in before gravity turns off, so it just falls to the ground and shatters. In crowded areas, my timing in hitting stuff is usually messed up. Especially because of glass panes that are flying, some of my previous balls that I've thrown, or just other stuff. You notice that, like, Checkpoint Infinity is just a mix of all obstacles from previous checkpoints. This song. Okay, now there's no more crystals, so I'll have to be wise about how I throw stuff, and where, and when, and how many I throw it at a given time. Although, seeing as my ball count is pretty high, I'm definitely going to make it past this. Hopefully with my multi-ball still intact. Ah, yeah, let's go. Checkpoint Infinity, PC. Okay, usually I just tap more. I thought I wasn't gonna make it here in this video, but guess I'm better than sometimes how I think. Let's go. Compared to the other checkpoints, the Checkpoint Infinity has so many power-ups, even in just one level. Okay, the launchers again. Those things. Then there are the hammers. More launchers. The propellers. More hammers. More propellers. Some crystals on the ceiling. A fireball power-up. And another propeller. Okay, here we've got that thing. I'm not exactly sure its name. Vertical propeller. The pane. That thing again. The sliding brass panes. That thing again. A bigger propeller. Another vertical propeller. Some more crystals. Another pane. And then some more vertical propellers. That thing. The spinning door. Some lasers. Every zone in Checkpoint Infinity has its own unique, well, I wouldn't really say unique because they're all used to previous checkpoints, but has a different collection of obstacles. Those are the falling pillars. Some more falling pillars. I got really good at getting past those now. This one is sort of just really boring. Ah, that is so satisfying. Oh, that one spawned with a bug where not all of its ends were connected. Missed that one. I'd really mind though. Yeah, try not to waste any unnecessary balls. Have you noticed, like, Checkpoint Infinity has a specific order in which it spawns the levels? Like all checkpoints. If you play it long enough, sort of like I have, you start to notice, start to recognize, remember some of the patterns. And those who have played this for a real, and those who just basically never stop playing Smash It, I guess, just memorize all of the patterns. Come on. The gradient just gets more yellow and red as you go on Checkpoint Infinity, and the obstacles move and spin faster, and the zone itself gets faster. There's less segments with crystals and power-ups, which makes it even harder. Ah! It just went up and crashed into me. Here's a good tip for surviving as long as you can in Checkpoint Infinity. Stock as many crystal balls and power-ups as you can. Oh, there's the pile. And just try not to crash, I guess. And try not to miss any crystals, because that will have you in a pretty bad time. That one's easy. I got enough crystals for a multi-ball, but I missed one of them, so I got sent back down. Aside from me playing with only one cursor, and me having a different screen recorder, this is sort of just like regular Smash It. Okay, that's almost all my power-ups consumed. At least I just got some more ones. Crap. Come on. Okay. This one will be annoying. I'm glad the shifting glass panes aren't in Checkpoint Infinity. That would just be as annoying as heck. But there still are lots of plenty hard obstacles in here. I mean, some of them I guess might be harder under some circumstances. Boom. Oh crap, I only have 58 balls. Okay, I got a 5-ball. Well, I won't really need power-ups in this one, nor will I have to worry about not getting any new ones because there's power-ups scattered so much throughout this. I mean, I guess until it gets hard enough that there's no more power-up segments. Come on! Ah! 14,808. And I have mediocre already. So yeah, I guess that'll be it for this video. I might do more Smash It PC videos in the future. So yeah, that's it. Bye.